students, welcome to my class. So in the last class we had discussed about covalent and metallic hydrides. So today we'll discuss about water. That is, today's topic is water. Okay. So you know that a major part of all living organisms is made up of water. So human body, it has about 65% of water, and some plants they have as much as 95% of water. So it is a very crucial compound for the survival of all life forms, isn't it? So it is a solvent of great importance. Now the distribution of water over the earth's surface is not uniform. The estimated world water supply, it is given in the table. Okay, so estimated world water supply, you can see oceans is 97% of water is oceans, then saline lakes and inland seas, polar ice and glaciers, groundwater, lakes, soil moisture, atmospheric water vapor, and rivers. So this is the distribution of water over the earth's surface. Now we'll discuss the physical properties of water. So water, it is a colorless and tasteless liquid. You know that water is colorless and it is tasteless liquid. So the unusual properties of water is the in the condensed phase, that is liquid or solid, liquid and solid phase, it is due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding between water molecules. So you know that H2O, H2O. So between water molecules there is hydrogen bond. So you can see here, that is H2, that is first H, then H2, then O. Here also H, H2O. You can see, and you can see the charges also given, delta positive and delta negative. So here you can see hydrogen and an electronegative element. One hydrogen, it is bonded with an electronegative element to form this is the hydrogen bond. So there is a hydrogen bond between the water molecules. So because of this hydrogen bonding between water molecules, you can see here, because of hydrogen bonding between water molecules, there is a unusual properties for water. So it is water, it has a high specific heat, thermal conductivity, surface tension, dipole moment, and dielectric constant when compared to other liquids. So all these properties, it is because of this hydrogen bonding between the water molecules. So it is an excellent solvent for transportation of ions and molecules required for plant and animal metabolism. So due to hydrogen bonding with polar molecules, even covalent compounds like alcohol and carbohydrates dissolve in water. It's all because of the hydrogen bond between the water molecules that gives an unusual properties for water molecules, or for the solvent water. Okay, so next we'll learn about the structure of water. So in gas phase, water has a bent shape. Okay, so water is a bent molecule with a bond angle of 104.5 degree, and OH bond, you can see OH bond length of 95.8 picometer as shown in the figure. Okay, so it is a highly polar molecule. Polar molecule means there is a distribution of charges. You can see delta negative written. You can see here delta negative and delta C positive. So there is a separation of charges done, so that the water molecule, it is a polar molecule. So the crystalline form of water is ice. So at atmospheric pressure, ice crystallizes in a hexagonal form. Okay, but at very low temperature it condenses to a cubic form, but at high high atmospheric pressure it crystallizes in a hexagonal form, as you can see in the image. So the density of the ice, you know that density of the ice is less than that of water. Okay, so the density of ice, it is less than water. So what happens is ice cubes, they floats on water because their density is less than the density of water. So you can see whenever you put ice in water, that ice cubes will float on the water, as you can see in the image. Okay, now we'll discuss structure of ice. Okay, so ice, it has a highly ordered a three-dimensional hydrogen bonded structure, as you can see in the figure. So there is hydrogen bond in between and it has a 3D structure. Okay, so examination of these ice crystals with X-ray, it shows that each oxygen atom, it is surrounded tetrahedrally by four other oxygen atoms. So the structure in between, you can see there is a tetrahedral structure, that is each oxygen atom, it is surrounded tetrahedrally by other four oxygen atoms, and at a distance of 276 picometer. Now this hydrogen bonding, it gives ice a rather open type structure. You can see because of this hydrogen bond, the structure of ice, it is given, it has a open structure. Okay, type open structure with wide holes, there is big holes in between. So because of these holes, it can hold some other molecules of appropriate size interstitially. Okay, so this is the difference between ice and water. So you can see ice, it has a stable hydrogen bonds, but in liquid water the hydrogen bonds, it constantly break and reform. So because of this hydrogen bonding, this ice can, because of these holes, because of hydrogen bond, there is a open structure for ice, and these holes, and there is wide opens, these holes, they can hold some other molecules also. Thank you.